The catalytic converter is missing. Oh, Christ almighty. Doing burnouts. They're doing burnouts. You know you do the crank up, Williams Performance. You know you do the crank up. Can kick down all day. Kick down all day. Kick down all day. Kick down all day. Yes guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. The M4 has got quite a dodgy history. Let me explain. So it's no secret that this car is a high mileage car, hence the price, hence the name cheap M4. It's currently at 93,000 miles. On average, most people do between 6,000 to 8,000 miles a year, and if you times that by the amount of years this car is, bearing in mind it's a 2014 car and we're in 2023, that's 9 years times 8, 72. So this, oh Christ almighty, this car should be around 72,000 miles, but it's got 21,000 more. However, I don't want to just say it because it's mine. This car has seen a lot of motorway miles, and that's me simply saying that because most of the components on this car are stock, and had this car been used for like track days and hooning around, I'd see probably a lot more fresh parts on the car than I currently do. So we'll just say that it's done most of its miles on the motorway, which is fine. Just cruising, no real on and off the brakes, it's fine. So as you know, MOTs are not due on cars until they're 3 years old. So if you get a brand new car, 3 years, no MOT, no worry, because the components should be fine, then it needs its MOT. So this car had its first MOT in 2017, to be precise, 30th of August 2017, and it had 51,787 miles, and the only real advisories were tyres are running a bit low, and yeah, you just need to change the pads. But then underneath there was something that said it failed, and that was the tyre. One of the tyres, the cords in the tyre, meaning someone's probably doing burnouts. They're doing burnouts, and obviously they've worn the tyre down below the legal limit, which means they had to replace the tyre. So I just want to assume anyway that that was quite a simple fix, but then it gets very tricky. So the next day, I believe, it had another MOT, and the mileage was reading at 51,708. So it kind of lost mileage, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure like how that all worked, but yeah, the next day it lost, I believe, between 70 to 80 miles after fitting a tyre. So that is classed as a, let me just join this lovely motorway. The mileage discrepancy was a bit weird, and I'm not gonna lie, when you do a HPI and you see mileage discrepancy, all manner of stuff goes on. Am I buying a car that's been clocked? Even though I'm quite sure you can't clock these cars, because the cluster isn't the only place where the mileage is stored. It is also stored on the diff, and I believe on the head unit as well. So even if they put a new cluster in, there would be additional parts or additional, I don't know, components of the car that would have the data. That's why when you do try and update the cluster, you're gonna have to code it in. It's all word. You speak to the phone code and he'll sort it all out. So that tells me three things. Number one, like I said, when you put new tires on the car gets younger because it's fresh. It's like Botox for old people. You get a bit of Botox, think you're younger. Number two, the car has been clocked, which is rather unfortunate because that will probably put in my head some, I don't know, some worry. Or number three, it was a genuine error, because if we look at the two numbers and we actually think about it, you'll notice straight away that it kind of adds up. Not that I'm trying to make excuses, but it kind of adds up. The day that it was done and the number they used, I believe it was 8. I'm going to leave all the information overlaid as well, but you can kind of see how it could be a genuine mistake. So I'm happy to move on with that. And if you're going to ask about where the car came from or blah blah blah, this isn't a video for me to try and throw somebody on the bus or anything like that. It's simply me saying these are the things to watch out for, and when you buy a used car, have these things in your mind that these things could happen. Obviously when you get approved used, you've got a lot more warranty. This car did come with warranty, hence why I got it from a trade seller. But yeah, peace of mind, just be aware. Now fast forward 3 years to 2020, and it's due another MOT. Obviously in the UK, we've got to do it every year. Even though the potholes are what kills our cars, we still have to say, look, my car's roadworthy, even though the road isn't worthy for the car. Explain that to me, leave it on a postcard. So, as I was saying, 3 years later, 2020 MOT is due. Now, this is something that I can't get my head round. Look at this, I'm at 65 in the motorway, and I'm undertaking cars, 65 miles an hour on the M25. This lane is completely empty, and I'm undertaking cars. I'm not even sure if this is safe. Probably isn't, but I'm aware and I'm looking at mirrors if they are gonna. I digress. 2020, it has its MOT, and it says the catalytic converter is missing. So, when we got this car, the fine coding kindly plugged it in, because honest guys, you know, if you tune the car, it leaves a mark on the ECU, meaning if BMW took the car in, if you got a car from BMW, blah blah blah, and they plugged it in to update it or whatever, they'd be like, hey, you've tuned the car. You cannot hide that, you cannot delete it, it's there. BMW will find out, you get in big trouble. So be easy now. When we did that, there was no error on this car, there was no notification on this car rather to say, hey guys, this car has been tuned. You are buying a tuned car. So I was like, raw, man's getting a fresh car, like no one's tuned it or nothing. I was like, gassed, proper happy. However, to remove a catalytic converter from a car normally means you're in the BMW world anyway, you're gonna be doing a form of remap. So you want the turbo to flow better, you want the exhaust gases to come out quicker because you're gonna be up in the boost. So that's either a stage 2 or above. However, this car has got the stock cats in. Then these stock cats don't look like they're a 3-year-old cat. They look like they've been on there for about 9 years, mate. So again, is it something that the MOT guys, because it has used the same MOT guy for the last couple of years. Is he like drinking Vimto with Tic Tacs? I don't know, whether he's cough medicine with I don't know, strawberry laces. I've got no clue. But the other possibility is, if you remember, this car sounds, I'm on the M25 anyway, so I can give it a little send. But this car, listen to it. It sounds very good for stock downpipes. So the secondary cats have been removed, or the secondary resonators, 'cause I'm not really sure they do anything emission-wise, because if they did, those pipes on the car, again, don't look 3 years old, because this is 2023 now. They look like they've been on a car, they look like they've been done for quite some while, and it's past MOT year after year. Meaning, couple of things. Best case solution, the guy put downpipes on the car, whether they were D-cats or sports cats, and then it didn't pass MOT due to emission. Maybe he used some poor ones. He didn't use the VSRF from Williams Performance, and they failed, so he decided to put the stock ones on. Maybe he had them in the boot, because the MOT was done again, I believe, right the same day or the next day, because there was no change in the mileage when the second MOT was done. It was that, or it could be that the secondary cats have obviously been removed, and I don't know whether that is a failure for MOT, and we'll find out this year. That could be the reason why, or it simply means that the emissions are not, I don't know, where they should be. So yeah, there is a lot going on with our cheap M4, and this is the sort of stuff that happens when obviously you do buy a cheap car. This car is right on my jack sheet. Shall I give it to him? We've done a crank up now, innit? So I'll give him a little kick down. Let me give him a little kick down. Oh, see you later, mate. Hey, you know you do the crank up, Williams Performance. You know you do the crank up. Can kick down all day. Kick down all day. Kick down all day. Kick down all day. I don't know why I'm slapping the gear. Your eyes chasing me. Come on, man. Be a big man. Be on the motorway. Let's go Snetterton, mate. Let's go Brands Hatch with Chazza. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I'm filming as well. Let me be professional, like, example for the children. So, yeah. When you buy a used car, these are the sort of things to worry about, or not to worry about, but just to take note of. Mileage, crashes, because we obviously did a HPI check before we did this car, but I'm not gonna lie, I cheaped out. I did the little £2.99 one, so I only checked if it was stolen, whether it was in a crash, and license plate changes. So when I did the second one, this is what came up. So I've known this for quite some time, but I thought, you know what, yeah, sorry about gaffing you, mate, Jeez, didn't even give me the thumbs up. Don't be sour, baby. Don't be sour. As I was saying, yeah, it's just something that I feel you should do. And for the sake of £9, don't be Tim Williams. Don't just be like, oh mate, it's fine. We've got Williams Performance, we've got Swift. We obviously, everyone just helps sort it out. If it is broken, I'm in good hands. Give yourself peace of mind, yeah? Know what you're doing, especially like me. You put your kids in the car, especially my son, who just prefers driving this car than any other car that I ever drive. For some reason, I think it's just because he knows we can send it harder, because like it's personal. But yeah, my biggest thing is definitely do your research. Ask about me, ask about the car, ask on Facebook about the car. I'm gonna probably do another drive class actually on the way. And yeah, I might talk about another topic. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, guys, that is the history of the M4. I just feel like with this car being so prominent on the channel and it being a car that's gonna be mine long term on the channel, it's gonna be mine anyway, but long term it's gonna stay. It's not something we're gonna chop in a year's time. Because this is actually, I was meaning to say this, I'm going a bit off topic here, but I feel I need to address. The M4 has always been a dream car of mine. The M2 and the M4, but mainly the M4, just because of its, I don't know, its presence in the GT3, GT4, in the GT4 series rather. I don't think there was a GT3 version, but if there was, I'm stupid. But the GT4 version, I actually use it on my simulator at home. So I've always loved the M4. It looks like a beast, especially when it's kitted out, wheels, spoiler, seats, you name it, it's gonna look the nuts. But yeah, guys, enough waffling. I hope you're having a great day. Hope your week's been good. I hope you're well, and I hope your family are well. So yes, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I can't speed here, guys. We're on the Dartford Bridge. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. God bless. I proper got that guy, you know. I gapped him hard, but you're gonna gap him, Tim. Obviously, you got the crank hub and the VSRF. Obviously, come on now, come on now. Gappage, Gapperoni Pizza, cool. What up, cool? All right, let's go to Bista, or as my dad would say, Bicester. Let's go and get some Calvin Klein boxes from the outlet, because I'm not paying full price for that, bruv. No way.